How to become a barrister in the UK, a step-by-step guide. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Nini. I'm founder of StudyCrowd.AI, formerly known as Simple Studying. I have LLB and LLM degrees from City University of London. I've got high to 1 and first class grades in my assessments in law school, and I founded StudyCrowd.AI to help law students get high grades and become lawyers in the UK. At StudyCrowd.AI, we help UK and US university students to get high grades and build successful careers. We have tutoring and career mentoring services for law students, simple study materials to help law students get top grades, and we're launching AI tutor and AI career mentor soon. Why you should trust us: we have over 25,000 law students across the UK who's using our platform. 90% of our regular customers report to have got a first class after using our premium subscription, as well as 6 hours of tutoring per module. We have worked with thousands of law students and we know exactly how it works and how to get a first class. Also, we've helped students get jobs in legal field after graduation. So we go from zero till the end with students to make sure that first of all they graduate with high grades and then they become lawyers successfully. As you can see on this review, we have helped this student from Russell Group University to graduate with a 2-1. After graduating, she felt uncertain. This was this year, so the legal job market this year is brutal, unprecedented competition. We've never seen this before. But despite all of the problems, we were able to get her a job at Ministry of Justice, and now we're helping her to get like the pupillage or training contract for her legal career. You can start with Ministry of Justice, or you can start with like a lower level legal jobs such as paralegal or legal assistant. That would be like a stepping stone for you to become a barrister or solicitor after. How to become a barrister in the UK. So there are a few stages, and we're going to go through each one of them. First of all, obviously the academic stage, then work experience, pupillage, and tenancy. I will go through each one of this. So academic stage, you need a qualifying law degree, preferably a first class, or at least high 2-1 from a Russell Group University. That's like the ideal scenario. If you don't have it, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but obviously if you have this, it's easier. Make sure you maximize your chances of graduating with as high grades as possible, because the competition is brutal this year, and I believe that it's going to just get worse from now on. So we have to make sure that you get the best grades possible, and then that will help you get relevant work experience and then secure a pupillage much easier than if you had lower grades. And obviously at StudyCrowd.AI will help you with all of that. Planning your legal career, obtaining high grades. Bar training. Bar training course, the BTC, was previously called Bar Professional Training Course. This one is more flexible, more modern version of it. The duration is 1 year full-time or 2 years part-time. You focus on advocacy, drafting, negotiation skills. You have exams, advocacy exercises, written tasks, and you have to make sure that the BTC provider where you undertake this course, it meets actually the Bar Standards Board, and it's accredited by them. Join an Inn of Court. All aspiring barristers must join one of the 4 Inns of Court. The 4 Inns of Court are Inner Temple, Middle Temple, Lincoln Inn, and Gray's Inn. The Inn provides networking, mentorship, funding for pupillage or training. You may have to fund the pupillage yourself, or they may fund it for you, but obviously if you need funding, it's just much more competitive. Practical experience. You cannot just get pupillage straight away. You do need to build your work experience and build your CV beforehand. And this includes mini-pupillages, which are like short placements for 1 week in chambers, where you experience briefly what a life as a barrister could look like. You could have work experience, just volunteer work, paralegal jobs, legal assistant jobs, legal admin work, anything that builds your legal skills and improves your legal knowledge would be great. and I highly recommend you to go for paralegal jobs specifically, because that will also help you not only build your legal skills but also build your network. Pupillage. Think of this as the apprenticeship year. Duration is like 12 months. First 6 months is non-practicing. You observe and you learn from a senior barrister. And second 6 months is practicing. So you can take your own cases, but you have to be under supervision. You apply to chambers, usually, which is very competitive. And sometimes they get like 1,000 applicants and they only have like 10 spots. So you can understand how competitive this is, and it requires very careful planning and strategy for you to actually be able to get into this with this much competition. But the good thing is that most law students just send applications without doing the work that is required. So even if you do like a little bit of extra work, you can already stand out easily, because most law students are not doing anything else but just sending applications. So here are the tips that I'm going to give you how to stand out, because that's the most important now. Like in order for you to get those few spots under these competition conditions, you really need to stand out, and we're going to go through that now about how to stand out. You need to network a lot, heavily, attend bar events. Many pupillages are won through connections and references. So it's not about having already the network, but it's about building the network, and anyone can do that. You just have to be able to go to those networking events and be good at communication, be good at building relationships. But obviously you cannot just go there and say, can I get the pupillage? Obviously no, it's about building relationships, and our career mentors can coach you through that and can help you at every step of the way. So tenancy. After pupillage, you may be offered tenancy, which is when you become a permanent member of a chambers. But if you don't get a tenancy, you can seek work as freelance or temporary barrister or reapply elsewhere. You will be like already qualified barrister, even if you don't get a tenancy. This is very, very important for you to stand out. Very few law students do it, and the ones who do it usually get both training contracts and pupillages, and it's much easier if you build a personal brand on LinkedIn, because there is much less competition. Like there are more students who do networking now, but very few do personal branding on LinkedIn. Very effective and the easiest way to stand out. So how do you do that? Firstly, we recommend you to post what you're learning. Law firms love students who grow, so go beyond law school. Do some courses on LinkedIn learning. You can learn AI or learn how to work more productively. Like there are so many courses, and make sure that you choose the courses that are actually helping your legal career and will make you a better lawyer, better barrister. Like negotiation skills, for example, there are courses about that, or how to use AI in the workforce, something like that. So you can do some courses, and then you can post those certificates on LinkedIn, and you can share what you learned and how this is going to help your legal career. Lawyers love law students who want to learn and grow, and it really stands you out. Secondly, post small wins. If you got a high grade, if you won an award, for example, you could participate in some mooting competitions, which is an amazing way to stand out, or you could participate in commercial awareness competitions, and if you win any of them, or even if you just get into the finals, you can post about it. So that's a great content to talk about on LinkedIn. But no, it's not about to brag, but it's about to show progress, and it's about showing that you are kind of law student that actually works on themselves and works on improving their legal skills and is serious about a legal career. And finally, post a thought or observation. Like you could do summarize a recent case or legal news story and add your commentary on it, which shows commercial awareness, critical thinking, and it gives you more visibility, which is very, very important. And that's like the whole reason why you have to do the personal branding on LinkedIn. Post on LinkedIn every single day. Consistency is very important. It's not just about LinkedIn, it's about every social media. Like if you want to be a content creator, it's all about consistency. You have to post every single day, at least on weekdays, if not on weekends. But the more you post, the better it is. You have to share legal news. You have to comment on cases of your favorite law firms and add more like thoughtful comments, add your own critical opinion, ask questions like, what does this case mean for clients, who benefits, what's the business impact? So you show your commercial awareness, which is very important for a lawyer. And finally, very important part. Well, I already mentioned that you have to do networking, but we were talking about networking in person when you go to bar events and you actually meet barristers there. But this is LinkedIn networking, which is much more on scale. So when you add lawyers on LinkedIn, whether it's on networking events, in-person networking events, or on LinkedIn, make sure that you engage with their posts. You comment thoughtfully on their posts, because that way they recognize your name and you're always on their feed and you're visible. Also, if you do this daily, it's very powerful. They recognize your name, they trust your thinking, they remember you. And it's visibility, it's trust. And once you're visible, once they trust you, then there is already a trusting relationship and your chances of getting hired is much higher. Building relationships is very important. It's not just about going to the networking events or adding lawyers on LinkedIn and just sending connection requests and that's it. No, you have to actually genuinely build relationships and make a good impression. You have to stand out that way. Barristers you meet on LinkedIn or networking events, don't just add them on LinkedIn. Message them asking how they secured a pupillage. So they see that you actually care about their achievements, you know what they did, you admire them, and you want to hear their story. People love talking about themselves. People love talking about their achievements. So make them feel like you admire them and ask about how they secured a pupillage. That's a great way to start the conversation. Also, if possible, the best way is to ask for coffee chat or short online call. That's also a very accepted practice, especially after COVID. People usually tend to have more like online meetings instead of in-person meetings, especially if it's like a cold message. You can build a relationship at first, be curious, be respectful. For example, first, I usually start with an online call. And if things go well with this person, if we had a great conversation, and then I tell, we could like have a coffee and we meet in person. So the second meeting could be in person. The reason why you want to have so many meetings with barristers is basically relationship building. And the end goal could be they could give you a referral for getting your pupillage. They could recommend you. So that's very powerful. You can also show them your CV and ask for honest feedback and actually apply their advice. When they give you advice, they want to see that you're coachable. So try to implement their advice as much as possible and obviously thank them for the advice. We can help you with the whole process. It can be quite complicated, everything that we just discussed. So if you have a coach that actually has been through all this and knows how the system works and knows how to get pupillage, that would be the best way, right? So at StudyCrowd.AI, we have barristers who can guide you through the entire process, and you can book a career mentoring session at StudyCrowd.AI. If you go to StudyCrowd.AI, click on career advice, you'll be able to do so, or you can just go to this link or this QR code.